Effort does not guarantee anything. The belief we grew up with, many of us, were raised with a quiet belief. If you try hard enough, things will work out. If you give your best, life will meet you halfway. If you don't give up, something will eventually change. This belief kept us moving. It gave meaning to effort, but it was never a guarantee. How effort became a promise. Effort was presented to us as a moral currency. Work hard, be rewarded. Be patient, be chosen. Do your best, be seen. And for a while, this story made sense. Sometimes effort works. Sometimes it opens doors. Sometimes it leads somewhere. But over time, we notice something uncomfortable. Effort and outcome are not always connected. When hard work meets indifference, you can work relentlessly and still be ignored. You can prepare carefully and still be overlooked. You can give your best years to something and watch it end without explanation. This is not failure. It is reality. The world does not run on fairness. It runs on timing, chance, context, power, visibility. Effort is only one variable. The silent shame of trying hard. There is a particular shame that comes from trying hard and not succeeding. You don't feel angry. You don't feel dramatic. You feel embarrassed. You wonder if you were naive, if you believed too much, if you trusted the rules that were never real. This shame keeps many people quiet. They don't talk about effort that failed. They only talk about effort that paid off. Why this truth feels threatening. The idea that effort does not guarantee anything feels threatening because effort was the one thing we believed we could control. If effort doesn't protect us, what does? The answer is uncomfortable. Nothing protects you completely, and that realization marks the end of a certain innocence. What effort actually is. Effort is not a contract. It is an expression. Says, this mattered to me. I showed up. I participated fully. That is all effort ever promised. Not success. Not recognition. Not permanence. Just participation. The anger that follows realization. After this realization, anger often appears. Anger at teachers, at systems, at narratives, at people who succeeded easily. But anger fades. What remains is a quieter understanding. The world did not betray you. It simply never agreed to the terms you assumed, continuing without guarantees. Once you see this clearly, you face a choice. Stop trying, or try without expectation. The first leads to bitterness. The second leads to a strange kind of freedom. You work because it matters to you, not because it will pay off. Effort without attachment. Effort without attachment feels different, lighter, less desperate. less performative. You still care, but you don't bargain with life anymore. You don't say, if I do this, you must give me that. You simply act and allow outcomes to belong to the world. Who this frees you from, this truth frees you from constant self-blame, from the belief that everything that failed was your fault. It also frees you from inflated pride, from the illusion that success always means merit. You begin to see life with less judgment toward yourself and toward others, living after the myth collapses. After the myth collapses, life becomes quieter. You stop making deals with the future. You stop over-explaining your effort. You show up or you don't. You try or you don't. But you stop pretending that trying guarantees safety. What remains when you still try? If you're listening and this feels heavy, that's because it removes a comforting illusion. But there is something honest. On the other side, you begin to act from integrity, not from expectation. You stop measuring your worth by outcomes. You understand that effort was never about winning life. It was about meeting it fully, even when nothing is promised. That understanding does not make life easier, but it makes it real. Good night, White Heart.